The book Dragon's Lair.
Here comes the bride, all dressed in white.
Many a day and many a night there was joyant feasting in the halls of King Wildwood. Then Hildeburg and her child went forth with Hugh Tilling to go to Constantinople. Oh, there you are. I was wondering when I would finally get to see you, Your Majesty. I am Princess Vellity of the Kingdom of Celestia. It is wonderful to finally meet you in person. You're surprised by my appearance? Well, that is understandable. Have you ever have you ever seen an Amphithere before? Ah, well, that is understandable. As you know, there are many species of dragon in the world, and we Amphithere are a cousin to the worm. You know, the breed of dragon with no limbs, but rather an elongated tail that serves as their body. They crawl about and slither around on the earth, kind of like earthworms or snakes. We Amphitheres are their more aerial cousins. As you can see, I have a pair of wings, and they are capable of lifting me up into the air. We Amphithere are quite intimidating figures. Tell me, are you intimidated by my appearance? You say I'm as beautiful as the rumors say? Well, then I shall take that as a compliment. And I do know what the rumors say about me. Though, I must say you're much lovelier in person. Better than your portrait, though your portrait is very nice. Oh, yes, I know why I'm here, and I know that I am essentially competing with other princesses to try and win your heart. Tell me, have you taken them into consideration? Taken what they are offering you into consideration? Of course, I know for a fact that humans tend to be fond of dragons more than any other monster species. Yes, you see, when I knew that I was going to be seeing you for the first time as a potential partner, I took the liberty of studying humans. After all, I do want our people to be closer to one another in alliance rather than at each other's throats. But honestly, I do believe that at the end of the day, you may choose me. I would certainly hope so, for I do love you tenderly, dearly, and truly. But I know that I am competing with others to win your heart. I'm terribly sorry. I don't mean to be forward. Flatterer. I must say, though, I absolutely adore your royal library. It's almost as big as mine. But yours is a lot more labyrinthian, and I like that. The ability to get lost in a room full of books. What about you, Your Majesty? Are you particularly fond of reading books? Your servant is quite talkative, but I must thank them for this tea. Whoops. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Pomegranate velvet tea. It's one of my favorites. How did you know? Well, I may be a different breed of dragon, but we do have refined taste. And you do too, it seems, since you chose such a rare tea for us to have. And again, I greatly appreciate you coming to see me, and I'm very honored that you would even consider me as a potential bride. I would love to marry you, but again, I know I'm competing with other princesses trying to win your heart. Let me guess. One of them has promised you an army, another one has promised you food, and another has promised you art, or something of the like. Well, they are very good offerings, I will admit that, but... Oh, you wish to know what I could offer you? Well, it's no secret that dragons are quite fond of treasure, and we are known for having massive hoards of gold, silver, bronze, diamonds, emeralds, rubies. Even sea dragons have their fair share of doubloons in their aquatic kingdoms. We, Amphithere, are no different, and we too have our hoards of treasures. If we were to marry, you would have access to all my wealth, and I have an entire mountainside full of treasure, all for me. It'd be all for you too. Of course, that is if we ever married, which, again, I certainly hope that you choose me. I could offer you so much wealth that you could buy an even bigger army. But of course, you wouldn't need to buy me or my heart over, because you already have them. Oh, you're so lovely. I have to say, if I had to choose a favorite human, I think it's safe to say that you would be my favorite human. Yes, I do mean that truly, for I do love you. Your servant is quite talkative, though. They're so loud I can hear them from inside the library. Can you believe that? Ah, they've been talkative a lot lately. Well, hopefully they're saying nothing vulgar or inappropriate or anything of that nature. After all, they will have to get used to having a monster woman on the throne with their royal majesty. Again, though, I do truly hope that you choose me at the end of the day. Ah, I forgot. I recall asking you if you were fond of literature, and then your servant came in with the tea. I'm terribly sorry. But are you fond of reading as well? Ah, I see. That is where we have something in common. I absolutely love reading love poems and love stories, but I'm also fond of mythology and history, and of course a fair share of fantasy. Plus some more intimate books that one would read after dark. More sensual stories. Oh, sorry, just thinking a little bit to myself, but again, this tea is absolutely divine. Thank you for choosing it, Your Majesty. So, aside from literature, what are some other things that you like, Your Majesty? Ah, how fascinating. Personally, I'm into painting myself. I actually partake in oil paints and watercolours, though I do sometimes draw by hand. Honestly, though, I think I prefer painting a bit more. There's nothing more lovelier than seeing the colours mix together and swirl on the portrait until they turn into a masterpiece, or rather the canvas. I apologise. I guess seeing you up in person has got me kind of flustered. But two can play at that game, if you know what I mean. Don't think I haven't noticed the way you've been looking at my tail. Tell me, Your Majesty, do you like tails? Are you fond of the idea of a tail wrapping around you? You don't have to be shy with me. This is your castle, after all. It should be safe for you to say such things. And after all, if you're going to be marrying me, then I ought to know. Tell you what, if you tell me something intimate that you like, I'll tell you something that I like of the intimate nature. So, do we have a bargain, Your Majesty? So I was right. You like my tail? Well, I'm not judging. What do I like? Oh, well, I do suppose a bargain is a bargain, but I don't want to tell you out loud, so your servant is quite talkative. Hopefully they don't have sharp hearing. Now, come closer. Lend me your ear, Your Majesty. I happen to be fond of being touched in various places. I've often had fantasies of being massaged with perfumed oil slathered all over my body. And I am quite fond of the tongue. Oh, you're turning red like a strawberry. How adorable. Though still. Oh, don't worry. I won't tell a soul about what you're into. After all, what happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom. Do I have any plans if we do not get married? Well, I must say I will be disappointed, but at the end of the day, live and let live and all that. And I have heard rumours that there are more human royalty who are becoming fond of monster girls, and my goodness, that servant of yours is quite talkative, and they should learn to keep their voice down. I'm terribly sorry, but it is beginning to get on my nerves. Do you think perhaps you could talk to them after our meeting? Thank you. I greatly appreciate that, Your Majesty. Thank you, Your Majesty. They seem to be talking a bit quieter now. Hopefully they learned their lesson. I don't know what you said to them, but it must have been effective. So authoritative. I like that. Oh, what am I thinking about? Oh, nothing. Nothing that concerns you. Not yet, anyway. Anyway, but I truly have enjoyed spending this time together with you. And even if we don't get married, I would be honored if you would consider me one of your many, many allies. I'm serious. Even if you didn't marry me, I'd still love to be allies with you. And for that matter, if you happen to have a little bundle of joy, I would be absolutely honored if you made me their godmother. Oh, there's nothing in the rules that say Amphitheres or dragons or any other type of monster can't be a child's godparent. The fairies do it all the time, so why can't I? And besides, you're so charming and irresistible and such a delight that no doubt your child would be the same. Oh, really? You've been giving these princesses little tokens of affection to remember you by? Well, if that's the case, tell me, will you give me a token of affection as well? I know we can't exactly get passionate with the undoing of corsets and buttons and golden chains, but tell me, have any of these princesses actually kissed you? Oh no, I'm not talking about the cheek or the forehead. I mean right on your royal lips. You're getting flustered again. How precious. Oh, really? None of them have kissed you on the mouth? Well, then may I be the first to have a kiss from you? All right. Though when we do kiss, may it be with tongue, please, Your Majesty. How wonderful. All right. So who shall lead? You or me? Oh, Your Majesty, what a mouth you've got. But I must say that was an excellent kiss. You certainly know how to use your tongue. But the time certainly does fly when you're having fun. I look forward to seeing you again, my sweet human. Oh yes, you'll see me again. After all, I suppose it is only fair that you choose which woman you are going to marry. But I suppose I can't let you keep that other princess waiting. I look forward to seeing you again, though, my sweet human.